Hello, seventh grade, and happy Wednesday. You know what it means when it's Wednesday. I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that the quarter ends Friday. And at 2:45 on Friday, if you haven't looked at all of the classwork within your Google class and you haven't turned stuff in, you won't get credit for it. Now, that's not to say that the teachers have to get all their grades done by Friday. It's a lot of work. But let's waste no time. I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to talk a little bit just for a couple minutes on our last objective of the quarter, and this is the sketchbook we were working on. So I'm going to go to UI Draw, and I'm going to do a couple of those virtually. I'm going to take the pencil and discuss with you that any of these sketches that are put on that last assignment on Google Class on the sketchbook is just bonus points. I mean, it says extra credit. I can't bear, that is to say, to give anyone a bad grade anymore at this point. So today, let's go over what we talked about on Tuesday, where we talked about organic and geometric, and we were working on leaves, we were working on trees, and then we were drawing a few mountains. That was one of the options, and that's on your stream page. We talked about how it's darker on one side than it is on the other, that you have to have a little bit of value, that you're not going to use straight geometric lines like you've used a ruler. You don't want to just make a zigzag like Charlie Brown's shirt. That's kind of an elementary school thing, which is not terrible. Elementary school is not a bad place to be. Anyway, mountains are not the same. They're all different. Okay. So this is my mountain range. Okay. This is my mountain range. And I'd like you to use this idea and look at the examples on my stream page as one of the options for your sketches. Okay. Here's a little sun and some clouds and whatever. Looks kind of cool. All right, I'm going to actually get rid of it and move on to another thing that we drew. Let's get rid of all this stuff. The first thing we did, I think it was Friday, was work on the eye. So let me get rid of the rest of this. I know it's taking too much time. Okay, so we worked on the eye, and we talked about how when you observe things that are realistic, you know, when you draw an eyelid, you see that there's more than one line. When you draw underneath and you're going to put in eyelashes later, you really observe and you notice that there's more than one line drawn, because that space in between is where the eyelashes, what am I doing? The eyelashes go. When you make the eyeball, that there's often on the pupil, there's often some reflection. I'll have to get that in a little bit later. Okay. And that the shading, again, darks and lights. If you use values, darks, lights, medium grays, black, you're going to make your picture look a little more realistic. Trying to make some kind of eyebrow, maybe some wrinkles. It's one of your old teachers. Okay, getting rid of that too. I'm going to make the whatchamacallit bigger so we can just get rid of it. Wrong way. Let's see how large we can make this thing. Okay. So we also worked on a tree. If you recall, I demonstrated drawing a tree. So I want to go from sketchy to shaded. Let's see if we can make something cool on the shaded approach here. So I want to make one side of my tree darker. Okay, and I want it to be organic again. I want it to be wavy and natural and curvy. I don't want it to have any straight lines. We talked about those V shapes as it branches out, no pun intended, and how they are not symmetrical. They are not a mirror image. They are different and in all directions, and they show variety. I mean, these concepts, if you can turn these concepts into something visual, variety and overlap and shading and value, you can really create something that's, you know, unique and inspires other ideas. One thing about good ideas, guys, is it inspires new ideas. Okay, so this tree looks kind of cool, I gotta tell you. All right, so if you hadn't guessed, we're gonna kill this now. Say goodbye, bye tree. And we're going, let's see, we worked on the eye and the mountains. And one of the things I wanted to try before the week ends is an entire portrait, you know, working on a face. Now I put up on the stream page yesterday, I put up some anime. I do think it's good practice. It's not my thing. I know the kids like the anime, So you can try that, but portraiture, faces, facial features, eyes, nose, and mouth, you really have to study what you see if you want to make it look right. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Okay, get the face. I have no idea who this is. I just know that there's some techniques in drawing these facial features, and I have learned them. So I'm sharing them with you. Oh, we talked about the fonts too. Maybe I'll draw a font, or maybe I'll just let you get to work. It's really your class period, and you should get to work. So we'll finish this up, get the face going. You're going to work very hard for me today. You're going to draw, you're going to sketch, you're going to put them in your sketchbook, you'll upload them, and you'll be super proud. And then life will move merrily on. Okay, just getting some shading going. Maybe some hair at the top coming in. And it's a really neat program. I mean, I don't do all those little tiny in-between lines. The computer does that. I could do it, I just don't want to. And that's all she wrote. It's a weird face. Okay, so let me get rid of share screen. I need you to sketch for me. Look at all the potential ideas on the stream page. Put as many as you can in your sketchbook, get them uploaded to me. If you haven't finished the other assignments, like I said, 2:45 on a Friday or 2:55 or whatever, but get them done. All right, work hard. Have a good morning.